We're all back together here at the cable car turnaround. When visitors come to San Francisco, what do they want to see? Well, those bells behind us tell you they actually want to see the cable car more than visit the Golden Gate Bridge. We are here today to honor our cable cars. And most specifically, we're here to honor a champion. This woman, Friedel Klusman, fought to save our beloved cable car.
Today, we celebrate 75 years of saving the cable cars in our city. In 1947, when the Mayor Roger Lampman said, we are going to change, we're going to get rid of cable cars, and we're going to bring in other transportation options. And she stood up during a time when oftentimes women were ignored and neglected. And she said, no, I'm going to pull together all my girlfriends. And as a result, she fought and she won, and the cable cars remained. And so today we celebrate advocacy of women and what women represent and what we bring to the table in terms of our leadership and our involvement in our transportation network. Because even though there might be a man that runs MTA, there is a woman who runs our transportation authority, and there are a lot of women that work behind the scenes to get this work done. And so we honor their work, but we also honor the legacy of those who came before us to make sure that this iconic cable car remains an important part embedded in the quality of life that exists in San Francisco.
One of our most precious gems, recognized around the globe. There's no wonder National Geographic just named San Francisco one of the top destinations for 2023. Yet another list that San Francisco is on. So Frida mobilized other women, such as these behind us, who joined her campaign to protect the cable cars and speak out for the causes they believed in. And it's indeed a pleasure and honor to help preserve our cable cars for future generations, our pride and joy, and a distinct product of women's leadership. Here's the next 75 years of cable cars in San Francisco.
In a famous battle of wills, the Citizens Committee eventually forced a referendum on the amendment to the city charter, compelling the city to continue operating the Powell Street lines. When Klusman died at the age of 90 in 1986, the cable cars were decorated in black in her memory. In 1997, the city dedicated the turntable at the outer terminal of Powell Hyde line to Klusman. Today, San Francisco's cable cars are one of two historic streetcar landmarks in operation. New Orleans' St. Charles streetcar line is the other. And both the continued operation and minimum level of service of our cable cars are locked into San Francisco's city charter.
Also celebrating another occasion, which is the inauguration of Car 8 that has been rebuilt from actually the frame up. This is not just a rehab, this is a total rebuild.